We had a team, all in all, I think it's 7 or 8 writers that worked on that game, so it's quite a lot. Our lead writer is Marie Damal. She works with us. She's part of the team fully. She's not a contractor, and we have different contractors working with us. The way we started is that when we have the rough concept of the game in place, like what will be the experience, the pillars of gameplay and stuff like that, and also the themes that we want to touch and explore and everything. We start to brainstorm on the story beats. We just get in a room and hammer it, and okay, the story should be about this and da. And we start to identify the story beats that we want. So there are 7 or 8 in the final game beats. And then after that, we go into what we call a blueprint process, in which we have the lead writer and some other writers, the level designers, we have the art director, we have myself, and maybe a game designer as well. And we just start to build the story and the gameplay, the narrative and the gameplay in the mission as we go. So it's an Excel sheet that we fill out. First story point, okay, that's what we're trying to achieve, and how we do it. Okay, yeah, it would make sense if he goes into this and to that, and we start writing it down, what would be the choices and consequences and things like that, and we eventually do the entire game on paper like that, on an Excel sheet that is super long and super thick of details and everything. And then when that is done, now we start to really build the game, start to write the dialogues. The scenes are more fleshed out, so now they can be written as well for the cutscenes or for whatever the mission objectives, how they're kind of integrated into the storytelling and things like that. So, but it's really through that blueprint process that it allows us to really blend merge the story and the gameplay into one cohesive experience, basically. So, in a nutshell, that's how we do it. There's no magic recipes, just working hard, brainstorming, hammering it with the right people. Definitely, when we started, we looked at some of the cyberpunk classics like Blade Runner. Even we went back to RoboCop. Even not so good movies like Johnny Mnemonic. But because there are a lot of cyberpunk lore into those movies that are interesting, we went back also to Ghost in the Shell, even things like Soul Ray, which is a Japanese anime that is somewhat underground and everything. We also went into non-fiction books. Ray Kurzweil worked about transhumanism and things like that, Joel Garneau as well. We really just tried to get a good understanding of the cyberpunk genre, but also on the real transhumanist technologies and advances to really inspire us. And we also look at documentaries about global warming or whatnot. So our influences have been all over the board, and even like from a game perspective, the first Deus Ex was the main influence as well. But I've been influenced by many games. Even Professor Layton, to a certain extent, influences me. So it was whatever that resonates with us. We took it and we look into it, and then we started to build our own thing with our own flavor, with our own different inspirations.